All right. Well, hello, everybody. Hello. It's your man KTJ, and this is Love Coach Sessions Live. Welcome to the show, you guys. I hope you're having an amazing night. We're about to get into it. Welcome to the show. I'm your man KTJ, and today we're getting into it. We're talking about how to be his priority, how to be a man's number one priority. All right, so we're getting into it. I want to see you guys. If you have questions, if you have statements, you want to share your thoughts, this is the place to do it. You got the chat line racket going in, and we got everything. We're also on my personal page on Facebook. So look, we just trying to touch all the areas that we can and have the discussion that needs to be had. All right. So today, guys, we're talking about how to be his number one priority. All right. Great show. So if this is your first time joining, if you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and then hit the bell so you don't miss anything in the future. We'd love to have your comments, your thoughts here shared. We got the chat room is wide open. If you want to hop in the chat room, share your thoughts there as well as on comments in the live. That's also great as well. So let's get into it, you guys. Let's talk about it. Being how to be his number one priority. All right. So we're talking about it, you guys. Today in today's times, men have lots of things that are grabbing for their attention. I always talk about this, you guys. Men have a lot of things that are grabbing for their attention. You guys know that we talk about it from dating and relationship perspective, but men have a lot of things that are kind of trying to get their attention, and maybe there's a young lady here. Maybe there's a lady here who has somebody in your life, but you know what? It just seems like my man's got lots of priorities. You guys might hear me say sometimes that, there's very few men, single, marriageable men, right? There's very few single, marriageable men that don't have any women. Women don't always understand this point, right? Very few marriageable men who don't have any women in his life. I call them helicopter women, right? Most single men have 3, 4, 5 women circling in their life. It's circling overhead and kind of like a helicopter, right? Waiting for the air traffic controller to wave them in. Well, that can be challenging, man, if you're one of those people. So how do you place yourself in a position that that this man who you have deemed as somebody that you want to get to know, somebody that you want to be, you think that you guys will be a great fit, but for whatever reason, my man is a little slow. Understand something, you guys. In this day and time today, look, men are very slow about making commitments unless unless he understands the value that you have. A man will make a commitment in a minute. I saw on Facebook, somebody asked, how long does it take for a man to make a commitment? He said, how long should you date somebody before engagement happens? Should you marry? Is it 6 months? Is it a year? Is it 2 years? Well, I don't know. I don't think it's 2 years, but I don't think that there's a quick date for it. But it's definitely a something that you need to know where you stand with people and have people in your life. So we're gonna get into it. And maybe that I got somebody who said they wanted to come on the show. So I may have to send them the number, and we might have some guests to pop on. And maybe if you're in the audience, maybe we might bring you on if you want to share your thoughts on this topic. All right. So let's push on with it. Let's talk about it. So men have those things, those helicopter women in their lives, and now I guess I have to set the parameters for this idea and for this show, right? Understand this first. You are to be a priority to yourself. You should be a priority to yourself first. Let's talk about that. Before you become anybody's number one priority, listen to what I'm saying. Before you become anybody's number one priority, you are to become the priority for yourself. You have to be your own priority, right? And then you can become the priority in somebody else's life. If you are not your own priority, right? You may not even get to that place where a man sees you as the number one priority in his life. It's the weirdest thing. If you act like you don't care and that you aren't important, guess what? A man will also think that you are not important and that he shouldn't care about you either. But the minute that you see yourself as important, you see yourself as valuable, you see yourself as someone worth having, and that it would be his pleasure. I hope somebody's listening to me today. It would be his pleasure to have you in his life. Then that's when things begin to move for you and things begin to shake and shift for you in your favor. All right. So we're going to get into it. And you guys, if you got a question, you got a comment, please drop it down in the chat there or in the comment section. I want to hear what you have to say. I want to hear your thoughts, and we're going to rock on from there. All right. So look, I don't have to wait. Let's get to it. Let's talk about them 7 signs and 7 things to do to make sure that a man sees you as a priority. All right. Number one, and I partly got this started already, but I'm gonna specifically put it out there to you, knowing your worth. The question is, do you see yourself as worthy of being a priority? Okay, that's the most important thing, because listen, people follow the path that you lay out for them. If you live a low level life, you're a low level thinking person, you're a low level responding person, you live you're comfortable in low level living, then guess what? The person that comes into your life will also be a low level person, right? And he will follow the lead that you laid before him. But also, the reverse is true. If the bar is high, if the expectation is high, guess what? Man, and a man finds your value, finds you valuable, he can't live without you. And he'll do a lot of things. Listen, wars have been fought because of a woman that a man couldn't get off his mind. I got a video talking about that. How to be so powerful that a man can't get you off his mind. It's possible. Now watch it. You got to make sure that that's really what you want, because if it's not, you could be in a world of trouble. All right. All right. I see the comments coming in. What's going on? Chosen Queen. My girl LV. All right. So let's talk about it. The second thing you need to do is to make sure that you are being treated as a priority, and how to be the number one priority in a man's life. Trust your gut, right? Go with your gut. If your gut says you're not being treated the way that you should be treated, guess what? Your gut is right. You are not being treated the way that you should be treated. If your gut tells you, and sometimes I like to refer to your gut as your God consciousness, right? So we call it gut, but sometimes it's your God consciousness. It's God's way of speaking to your heart that this situation is not right. Hello, right? And you have the option to listen or to not listen. But it's going to hurt you in the end if you don't listen. All right. So trust your gut. If your gut feels like somebody is leading you on, guess what? Most likely they're leading you on. If your gut feels like this thing that you have with the person is not going anywhere, guess what? It's not going anywhere. That's your God consciousness speaking to you, trying to tell you um, it's not going anywhere and it's not going to be good for you. All right. All right. Here we go. Number 3, stop being so tolerant. Number 3, stop being so tolerant. Hey, LV, I'm gonna come down. I'm gonna check out your statement in a minute. I want to read your comment. You always have good comments. Number 3, stop being so tolerant. Stop being so agreeable. Right? Look, it's the weirdest thing the way that this works. You actually get the reverse thing that you desire. If you are agreeable to everything that a person says and does, and oh, it's okay. Oh, I don't mind being taken out to McDonald's. They have food. They got the best fries. I don't mind Burger King again. I know we went to McDonald's last Saturday night. You know, he said next week we're going to Wendy's. Okay, wait a minute. Stop being so agreeable. Stop being so tolerant. Right? That's the best. Is that the best that he could do? I was on a call the other day with a young lady. She said, I'm dating an entrepreneur. And he says he just doesn't have money for dates. So we just go Dutch every time. I said, excuse me? She said, so we just go Dutch every time. She said, I'm with this entrepreneur. He's building his business. And, I understand the guy's building his business and the guy doesn't have any extra money and extra, to go to give to me and to take me out to special places. So he invites me out to special places and I end up paying for my own meal and he pays for his own meal and he likes it that way. Look, you have to stop being so agreeable. If you keep agreeing, you will agree to something. You'll find yourself agreeing to something that you really don't want. So don't be so agreeable. All right. Now here's an important one. yes, LV. Here's an important one. Let him learn how to compromise with you. Does everything have to be in his favor? Does everything? Is he trying to come to the middle on what the things are that you want? But here's another question that has to be answered. Do you know what you want? Can you articulate? Look, sometimes we don't get what we want because we don't know what we want. Can you articulate what it is you actually want? What is the criteria for being with you? Do you have a criteria for being with you? Or you could just be anybody doing any old thing? Will you just take anybody? Look, no. There should be a criteria. Look, I don't care what job you go to. They have a handbook. I don't care if you were sweeping floors at the mall, right? There is an employee handbook. There's a job, there's a syllabus. There's an expectation that is already written out of what the expectation is of what you will bring. You should have a handbook. Look, you should have a handbook, and in that handbook, it should say, must be a person who compromises. must be a person who listens to my needs, who cares about me as much as I care about them. Look, I'm telling you, listen, y'all, some of these people have to be told. Some of these people have to be told that they have to care about you. I know it's weird. I know it's crazy, but some people have to be told that they have to care about your needs as much as you care about theirs. All right. Now, this is an important one. If you want to be a man's number one priority, one of the things you're going to have to do is spend more time investing more time in the things you love and the people you love. I'm telling you, look, it's the opposite of what you would think. You would think that if you just spend more time with them and spend more time with them and just be with them and just be with them, then you become his number one priority. Nope. It's actually the opposite. The less time you are with a man makes him value you more. Because if he's wondering, I wonder what she's doing. I wonder who she's calling. I wonder who she's with. I wonder who she's texting because she's not texting me. I wonder who she's watching because she's not watching me. Right? This is good stuff, you guys. This is good stuff. I'm telling you. Spend time with your family, your friends, and spend time doing the thing that you desire to do. What gives you joy? What excites you? What really like lights your fire? What gets you excited about life? Maybe look, maybe some of you used to go roller skating as a kid and you loved roller skating, right? Why aren't you roller skating now? You used to love, I don't know, kickball. Guess what? They got kickball leagues out now. So what I'm saying is whatever it is that you are passionate about, a thing that you love, get back to that. Get into the thing that lights your fire. And I'm telling you, a person who is passionate about something is very attractive to other people. Very attractive. All right. Now, so let's get into this final one here, and that is that the priority to make them to be a man's number one priority. You might have to give him an ultimatum. You might have to give him an ultimatum that says either I'm a part of your life or I'm not going to be a part of your life. Either I'm a part of your life or I'm not going to, either I'm in your life or I'm not going to be in your life. One or the other. Now, so now that I gave you them, let's talk about it, you guys. Let's talk about it. So, is there times that you will not be the priority in a man's life, in his life? Is there times? I'm telling you, there's absolutely times, right? Depends on what the guy's lifestyle is. If he's a go-getter, let's say he's an entrepreneur, like that lady, the lady who ended up going Dutch all the time. Because the guy she was with was an entrepreneur. He was a man who was on the hunt. He's building something. He's building a company, building a business. When you're building a business like that, sometimes you got to be ready to start early and go home late. You got to be the first one there and the last one there. You got to put in the time. You got to put in the mental energy. And sometimes you can't split mental energy. So for some men, you are not going to be his number one priority. Now, but at some point in time, maybe some point in time, you should be some kind of priority. Even if you're not the number one priority. Are you even on the list? I believe you should at least be on the list. So yes, there are going to be some times where you will not be the priority. Okay? That's just how it is. Now, The question is, how long should you be with somebody and not be the priority, not even be a consideration? That's up to you. That's up to you. If you're okay with it, it can go on forever. But you have to speak up and share what it is that you want. I started off with it, you guys. Do you know what you want? Do you even know what you want? Because listen, if you don't know what you want, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Let me jump down to some of these comments. Got some good comments. My girl LV said, "Stop asking people to value you when you don't value you." Yes, what you put out is what you get in return. It's the truth. You can't ask somebody to value you when you don't value yourself. Okay? How do you treat yourself? Now, I'm telling you, people will follow the path that you have laid before them. What's important to you? Is your feelings important? And a person caring about your feelings? Is that important? How about listening to you? Look, we get into those conversations talking about high value men and high value this and high value that. Guess what? None of that matters. None of that matters if the person doesn't listen to you or care about your concerns. It's absolutely true. All right, look, listen, I'm with it. I got a brother popped on. He said, no woman should ever be a man's number one priority, ever. I hear you. Look, listen to this, Antoine. I'm with you, brother. I hear you, right? But I believe that a woman should, if a man decides to bring her into his life, she has to be a priority at some point in time. Okay? They decide a number one priority. And I believe, look, at some point in time, she should be a number one priority at some point in time. Now, I'm not saying the whole time, right? But she shouldn't feel like she's numbered 29 on the top 30. Okay, but I respect your opinions. That's why we here. That's why we having the conversation. I respect your opinion and your thoughts. Let me go to another comment here. So being so tolerant equals stop allowing him to use you as a doormat. Take advantage of that. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Now listen, I don't want to get this misconstrued because this isn't I'm not one of them brothers that do all the schmoozing for the ladies and try and talk down against men. Absolutely not. Right. Part of this, and you guys know my background is in working with men. I got a real background, not one of these internet talker people who don't have any real background. I got a real background. I've worked with men from the social service business, males, 17 years. I work with boys, men that coming out of the system, men at the church, men in the fraternity, RU, all kinds of men, right? Working with men. And so these are the conversations that I've had, and I'm sharing those thoughts with you guys today. But hey, I love how Brother Antoine jumped on and shared his thought. He don't think that a woman should ever be a man's number one priority. Okay. Okay. But she should at least be a priority at some point in time. All right. Now, listen to this. So I think that a man has to, and so this actually goes the other way around as well, you guys. Right? If I could turn this whole conversation around and say how to be her number one priority for men, because there's some men who feel like there's a young lady that you interested in and she ain't paying you no mind. How do you get her attention? Guess what? You could use the same analogy. I can go down the same list and turn this around and make this how to be her number one priority. Same thing. Know your worth. Trust your gut. Trust your God consciousness. Right? Same thing. I can go around. It's the same list. So whether it's a him or a her, right? You first must understand your worth. You first must understand who you are and where you're going in order to make this all work. You have to understand. Because listen, if you don't understand your worth, if you don't understand and really on a gut level feel that you are worthy. There are people who don't feel worthy on the gut level, like on the gut, in their gut. They in the bottom of their heart, they really don't feel worthy. They don't feel like anybody should make them a priority, you know? So used to just taking whatever, well, I guess that's all they can do. Like the lady with the entrepreneur, the lady who's with the entrepreneur. I guess this is, she said, well, my parents raised me to bring my own money and make my way. And so, I wanted to give the guy some, give him some leeway. Right. And somebody else came on and said, look, I've been an entrepreneur since I was 14 years old. Brother said, I used to get pretzels and water ice and share it with a girl. Don't tell me you can't do nothing. Take the girl to Chili's and get a 2 for $20. But that guy that she was describing, who she's with, he intentionally didn't want to buy her anything. And listen to this, you guys. Some people are not in the position to date you, to love you, to have you in their lives. They're just not in the position to do it. So it's actually better for them to just admit it and say, look, I don't have it. I don't have it. And it doesn't look like I'm going to be getting it anytime soon. So maybe this isn't right for us. And just cut it and let it go. Got another comment said, truly these topics could apply to both sexes. They absolutely could. I would say the same exact thing. She's got to learn to compromise. If I'm talking to the guys, I could do the same thing on the guys channel, right? She's got to learn how to compromise. She has to be willing to listen. There's some people who are not willing to listen. They're difficult. They're disagreeable. And you have to understand the person's capacity to be a good partner. Look, some people don't have the capacity to be a good partner. They don't even have it on the inside to be a good partner. Why? Because they're not even a good partner to themselves. So don't be too tolerant. Don't be too, oh, it's okay. They're all right. They're going to be all right. Yeah, they're going to be all right. But you have to understand that there is a criteria that a person should have to rise to be in your life. There has to be a criteria. They have to be a certain kind of, they can't, listen, if they got a background of smacking, if it's a guy, he got a background of smacking women around, he doesn't meet the criteria. Oh, well, he went to anger management. Okay. But these are the questions that people don't ask, y'all. We just assume, we just let the stuff go. And I'm telling you, you can't let it go. You can't let it go. You have to put this out there. Stop being so tolerant. All right. Be careful that you don't listen to and like that you make sure that you make friends and family, make those priorities, those people in your life a priority. The people who matter a priority. So I agree a little bit with Antoine. I agree with it a little bit, be careful because look, you might not want to be a person's number one priority. You might not want to be a man's number one priority. Be careful what you ask for. Because if you're his, what's it look like when you are his number one priority? What does that look like? That looks like him calling you for everything. That looks like when you're a man's number one priority. That means he's checking on you all the time. He's all up your behind. He's, you know, you might not want that. Be careful what you ask for. Some of y'all say, I would love to have, I would love to be somebody's number one priority. Are you sure? Are you sure? Because being a number one priority means his attention is on you. Maybe he might not even care about work. Might not care about his future. I know men who have dropped out of school because their girlfriend dropped out of school. You know, or whatever. Like have done some things because of ridiculous things. Right. So you have to be careful. You want to be his number one priority, and make you his number one priority. Somebody need to understand that God need to be your number one priority. You need to be your number one priority. The people who mean the most to you need to be your number one priority, and not all these extra people and extra things. Okay? Understand that. Let's understand that, because I'm telling you, this stuff could get weird. And then, so let's say you make them your number one priority. Look, I love to pull against what my own. Look, I pull on both sides of the rope on this, right? Now that I told you how to be a man's his number one priority, now I'm gonna talk you out of it, right? Are you sure you want to be somebody's number one priority? What happens? You guys drop your comments on what happens and the expectations that happen when you are someone's number one priority. You are their all in all. Are you sure that's what you want? Be careful what you ask for, because you just might get it. Just might get it. All right. All right. So I got a little space on here. If you want to pop on, let me know. Send me a message, and I'll see if I can put you. I'll put you on the screen. We'll put you in the conversation. Let's have a conversation about this. I'd love to open it up and talk with you on the show live. So if you're interested, drop it down in the comment section. I'll see if I can bring you up. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you all for watching. Look, make sure you guys hit that like button. Let me see some likes come through. Let me see some hearts come through if you're watching on Facebook. Let me see what you got going on. Hit them hearts, hit them loves. Let me know that you are in the house. If you're watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button and then hit the bell. We need y'all. We need those likes all the way up so that we can keep doing what we do. All right. So we can keep doing what we do. All right. I love it. Yeah. LV said control might become an issue. I'm telling you, control might become an issue. People become controlling when they know that they are in control. Number one priority. Now, what you just want to be is a priority. Some of you may not want to be necessarily a number one priority, but being a priority is most important. All right. Yeah, look, I want to give y'all a little time. If you want to pop on the screen and have a conversation, come on in. Come on in. Let me know that you're watching. Let me know that you're checking it out. All right. So one of the things that I see people get caught in is the yes sequence, right? Get caught in the yes. And if you ever find yourself in a bad situation, a bad relationship, a bad place when it comes to this, it could probably be tailored back. It could be trailed back to somewhere that you said yes. You guys, I don't know if you saw, I did a video on Martin Lawrence not long ago, talking about him and his 15-year girlfriend, for 15 years, and they got married after that, and were divorced by year 17. And I said, somewhere along the lines, there were way too many yeses when there should have been some nos. There should have been, it's way too many yeses, too many agreeable, being just being agreeable, saying yes when you should say no. Now we know, look, women are in the place where everything starts with them with that yes, right? A man wants to take you out. Can I take you out on a date? Yes. Date one doesn't happen till a guy asks you out, right? He asks you out. Will you go out on a date with me? Yes. I want to take you to this restaurant, and we'll have some dinner and have a good time. Would you like to go? Yes. He asks you, would you like to, after dinner? Hey, let's go and get a drink down the street at the lounge. Let's go hang out at the lounge. You say yes. He later on, I might ask you to be his girl, to be his one and only, his lady, right? You say yes. And I know you guys, I skipped a lot of yeses in between there. Right? You say yes. Now you're his lady. Now what? In order to get to the place that he asks you to be his wife, he's going to ask you, and you say yes, if he asks. Okay. Now, taking it all the way back, if this guy is not right for you, right? Let's say you want to be married, but he said, I'm not interested in being married in the first conversation when he asks you, when y'all on the phone before you go out. If you go out, right, after he has said, we don't want the same things. My man has specifically said, we don't want the same things. If you go out anyway, you are saying yes to something that you should say no to. If you go out anyway, oh, come on, let's go out. Why? Well, I want to hang out with you. I want to get to know you. But you already said that you aren't interested in getting married. You've been married before, or you just don't believe in marriage, or whatever it is, and you're not doing it no more. You're not doing it. So why should I go out to dinner? Yeah, right there is the no. And only be with people who are going in the same direction that you're going in. Is he going in the same direction? Then you say yes. Not going in the same direction, the answer should be no. Because if you don't say no in the beginning, you'll wish you had said no in the end. I'm telling you, these things don't just happen, y'all. It happens because people say yes. People are agreeable when they just should say no. Don't agree to anything that you feel uncomfortable with. Don't agree with anybody that you feel uncomfortable with. Stop saying yes when you know you should say no. Sometimes you can listen to a person talk and tell that they full of it. Look, you know that they full of it, but you say yes anyway when you should say no. And later on, you wish you had. So understand that. And so, I don't know if this talk gives somebody hope, but I hope that it gives you at least reason to believe, because I'm telling you that there is look now this is the third block of this whole thing. There is somebody who wants you to be a priority in his life. There is someone who is looking for somebody that they can make a priority in their life. Don't believe these stories that there's nobody out there, that there's no good people out there, that there's no, no, don't believe that. There's somebody out there who desires you. I don't care if you're fat, skinny, tall, short, dark, light. There's somebody who desires someone just like you. Yes, absolutely. So that's absolutely true. So I need you to believe in the possibility of love for you. I need you to believe that you are worthy of love. I need you to believe that there is someone out there who desires someone just like you. And listen, if you believe it, it'll happen for you. Keep on believing. Keep on taking, you're stepping out. They taking the restrictions off. Get out of the house and go and be social. And I'm telling you, it's going to work out for you. Get out of the house, go be social. So, listen, I got a course going on. I want you guys to come and join my course called Finding the One. Going to help you find the one. It's a free course. Give you guys some good content on finding exactly what it is that you're looking for. There's somebody who's looking for you, and look, we want to help you make that happen. Help you find exactly what it is that you're looking for. All right. And look, if you need a love coach session, there's the email right there. Drop that email. Drop me an email. Let me know that you're interested, and we'll hook you up with a one-on-one session and make it happen. Help you to make it happen. I told somebody today, sometimes if you've got a specific kind of situation, right? If you got a difficult situation with finding a right partner, right? This young lady I was talking to today, she's a Harvard graduate. She went to HBCU. Like she's got it, right? She's a top contender. But because she's such a top contender, she can't find a suitable mate. And I told her, I said, for some people, right, when you get a cold, some colds you can go to the CVS and get some cough medicine, knock that back, and in 2 days or a day, boom, it's over with. Move on, right? But when you cough and that makes that rattling noise in your chest, I don't care how much cough medicine you take, right? You need a specialist. You need to go to the doctor because cough medicine doesn't heal pneumonia. You need antibiotics, right? You need something special. For some of y'all, you got special situations, right? You got a special dating situation that you need help with. And it's not you're not gonna be able to just walk into Walmart and find the ideal person that you're looking for, right? They used to say go to church and find them. May or may not. Right? So if you listen, you need a professional. Hop in our inbox, send me a message, and let's set up a session with you. We'll help make it happen. We'll help you find what you're looking for, and I believe we can do it. So, all right, you guys, that's it for the night. I hope you have an amazing night. Reach out to me. Let's talk. Let's connect. I hope you guys enjoyed this conversation, and we'll do it again next time. All right, you guys have an amazing night. Later. Peace and love. Bye.